start the meeting, because I know she'll be here any minute. I'm going to call the meeting to order. We have present a quorum, and we have another board member coming. So we won't have roll call. Just we're able to do business because we have a quorum. We have only one item of business, and that's the amendments, and they were put on this morning. Hopefully, y'all have had a time to look at them, or last night. And so before we can discuss them, we need a motion.
Motion to approve.
All right, Mr. Pennings has made the motion to approve. There's a second. Mr. Beaver has...
Approve the agenda first, please.
You know, I'm looking at this. It doesn't say that. Okay.
Motion to approve the agenda.
The motion that he made was to approve the agenda, and Mr. Beaver has seconded it. Any discussion? Then we're ready to vote. Can we just do a voice vote?
Yeah.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right. That having been done, then the only thing on the agenda is the budget amendments that have been submitted. So, Mr. Pennings...
Motion to approve.
Mr. Pennings has made the motion to approve. Is there a second? Mr. Beaver seconds the motion. All right. So it's open for discussion. And I would like for you to restate what you stated to us before. Mr. Laconin.
So you have the budget amendments and all of their attachments for each department on your agenda there. They were originally submitted last night before 5 p.m. and we've made changes throughout the day because we've been cutting checks today and operating. So this budget amendment includes future payrolls that have to be dated back to this year. So part of this is an estimate of our payroll and medical expense and everything through the end of July 31st. Now, we have to take an estimated approach and add a conservative figure so that we make sure that we are within budget as a school district. If we exceed that budget in the payroll line item by $1, we will get an audit finding. So we have gone through every line item, increased and shuffled, and presented these budget amendments to you. This is an impact budget-wise, which a budget is a moving, changing body. It is something that, you know, changes all the time and does not affect your actuals. This doesn't change the amount of checks you're going to cut between now and the end of July or the amount of payroll we're going to run. So the total effect budget-wise would be an impact of $302,115.91 to the 141 fund balance. Okay. Now, that does not mean that we're going to operate at a loss this year. This includes future estimates of payroll in which we have used a conservative factor in some line items to make sure that we stay within budget. We will have the year-end numbers sometime in August as of all of our accounts receivable and accounts payable journal entries. So if there are any questions, here to answer them. Also, I'd like to introduce our senior accountant. This is John Bruni. He helped work on these budget amendments with me, and also our new BOE accountant that we've recently gotten, Brandy Berwick. So they've done a good job on this, and I've reviewed it as well. So thank you.
Mr. Moore? No, Mr. Dudley. Sorry. I just saw a light.
Doug, I guess this is your first cleanup of budgets from the previous group. Do we anticipate having these same issues next year? I know you're always going to have some, but do we anticipate that our budgets are a lot better than what last year's was?
So the payroll line items, those are some things we're always, because we're estimating an entire year's worth and we're doing it as we go, this next budget year will account for the teachers, you know, going through July 31. There's also a lot of revenue numbers that we've actually, you can see we've kind of bounced some of our overages against those revenue numbers rather than fund balance because we have exceeded those budgets. And that's kind of a saving grace. But really next year, I don't see as much cleanup for errors. We try to do that along the way. So in September, October, November, if we catch some things that are not normal to our budget, or something happened that we didn't budget for, we'll make those changes along the way, so that this document that you have tonight is a lot shorter and just includes really the estimates, that we have to make for accounts payable and accounts receivable entries.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Then we're ready to vote. Yes. Okay. Do you, Charlie?
Please vote now.
Okay. Charlie, you can tell me what the vote is, please, when you get it. Have you voted? Do you wanna just give her the vote, your vote? Did you get it?
No, my vote is yes.
Okay. Mhm.
Well, now it popped up.
What in the world? What is that? Okay, what, Charlie, what was the vote? That is not me, is it?
The vote's still open.
It's yours.
What are you, don't talk to me.
What did you say the vote was? I'm sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so that motion does pass. I'll entertain, oh, yes, go ahead.
I appreciate the vote of confidence in these budget amendments, especially for my first year and being your finance director for, like, not very long at all. So I appreciate the vote of confidence in these entries, and I aim for these entries to clean up an audit finding we've continuously received. So thank you for your vote of confidence.
Entertain a motion to adjourn. Okay. Second, all those in favor say aye. Well, now I've got to